Hello. My name m.farhan, and I'll presented about introduction to the Diglossia and the code switching for MITES sociolinguistic. Uh, Introduction to diglossia and code switching. Diglossia and code switching are two closely related linguistic phenomena that have significant implications for language use, education, and social dynamics. The presentation will provide a comprehensive overview of these concepts, exploring their definition, character, cause, and real-world example, as well as the reason behind code switching and the broader implication of this linguistic practice. Definition of diglossia. What is diglossia? What is definition? And I'll explain. Diglossia refers to a situation where a community used to distinct variety of the same language for different purposes. These varieties are typical high from use in a formal office, official, or prestigious context, and allow from use in a more informal everyday setting. The linguistic duality is often the result of historical, social, or political factors, and it can have significant implications for language use, education, and social strategy stratification within a community. And characteristic of diglossia. One, functional specialization. In a diagnosis situation or in diglossia function specialization, the high and the low variety of the language are used for different, often completely function within the community. The high variety is typical used in a formal written of the context, while the low variety is used in informal, spoken, private setting, in a function within the high variety, usually in a use in the office, but the low variety is used in we spoken, we speak. It goes with the friends. So prestige and status. The high variety of the language is generally presented as more prestigious and socially prestigious, while the low variety is often considered less prestigious or even stigmatized. This can lead to social stratification and inequality within the community. 3. Cohesion and fancy. Individuals in a diglossis community typically acquire the low variety as their first language. Learned informally in the home, the high variety is the latter. Often the formal education and mastery of the high variety can be seen as a marker of education and social status. Cause of diglossia. In historical factor, diglossia often arises from historical events such as colonization, language contact, or the introduction of a standardized literary variety of language. Socio-political factor. Social factor is important in diglossia. Social factors such as language, politics, power, dynamic, and economic considered can also contribute to the development of diglossia. Uh, example in Indonesia, we have so much factor of political, cultural, and educational factor. Cultural norms and education system can also play a role in the emergence and perpetuation of diglossia. Example of diglossia, uh, Arabic diglossia. Arabic is a prime example of diglossia with high quality modern standard Arabic. Example used in a formal written context and a low quality for colloquial Arabic dialects used in everyday spoken communication. This linguistic duality has deep historical roots and reflects the social, political, and cultural dynamic within the Arab world. Swiss German diglossia. In Switzerland, the use of Swiss German, the low quality, and Standard German, the high quality. Example of diglossia, Swiss German is the family language of everyday communication, while Standard German in use in a formal, written, and educational context. The linguistic duality is deeply embedded in Swiss culture and identity. Creole diglossia. Many Creole languages such as Haitian Creole and Jamaican Creole exhibit diglossic relationship within their lexical sphere language, French and English respectively. Uh, the Creole variety are often considered as low from the while the lexical language occupy the high dominant with implication for language use, education, and social certification. Definition of code switching. Code switching refers to the practice or alternative between two or more language or language varieties within the same conversation or discourse. This linguistic phenomenon is common among bilingual or multilingual individuals and communities, and it serves variety of social, pragmatic, and communicative function, unlike diglossia, which is a social level phenomenon. For switching is individual level practice that affect the language repertoire and communicative competence, competence of speaker. For switching is to language, and someone or community to use to language is called bilingual or multilingual individual or community. Reason for code switching, expressing identify. Uh, Code switching can be used to signal belonging to a particular social or cultural group, uh, to convey a certain level of language proficiency or to negotiate one's identity within a multilingual context. Filling linguistic gaps. Speaker may switch language to access a word or expression that is more readily available in one language the other, or to convey the nuances that may be difficult to express in a single language. Convention, Conversational strategies for switching can be used as a communicative strategy to clarify, embrace, or repress a message to establish the approach or to accommodate the linguistic paper of the interlocutor. Situational appropriateness. Speaker may switch language based on the formality of the situation, the topic of discussion, or the social context in which The combination is talking phase. Conclusion and implication linguistic completely Dicosia and codeswitching handles the inherent complexity and dynamics of language use in multilingual societies. This linguistic phenomenon challenge simply notion of pure or standard language and underscore the need for a more nuanced understanding of language variety and its social implication. Educational challenge. The paper to the prevalence of diglossia and code switching in educational setting can present unique challenge. Also, not my need to native different language variety and acquire challenge require involved pedagogical approach and language policy. Social implication, diglossia and code switching can contribute to social stratification and inequalities as the high quality of language is often associated with prestige and power. Understanding this linguistic dynamic is crucial for promoting social inclusion, language justice, and equitable access to education and economic opportunity. That's enough for me. Thank you.